So last week I hung out with the Shakti hour for a little bit. I try to do about 20, 30 minutes of at least one of them each week
Nice.
and had a really, really cool meditation. And after that, a couple days later, I was feeling kind of not edgy, not, I don't know, I guess kind of content, but elevated content, if that makes even any sense. And since then, I've had 9 inches cut off my hair, and I have been like, I don't, it's completely strange for me in certain aspects, but not the hair cutting because that's no big deal. It's just hair. But I've I've been calling people out,
Mm.
not in a bad way, not aggressive, not anything like that, but the people in my life normally that would say something to me and I just kind of be like, yeah, okay, whatever. I It's like now I'm turning around, I'm going, no, that's not the case. And it's just it and it's but it feels natural, which is kind of strange. And does stuff like that happen when you start um I guess blending with your inner child? I don't know. It's almost like I've found my power in something.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. So some of us have a very clear role here. Um, in my exploration of this specific theme, it seems that this is the empowered divine feminine. One of her gifts is to relay the truth that she feels in her nervous system back to people um, that who may not be aware of what you're aware of. So, in other words, you're serving as a mirror.
Right.
Um, So they may do or say something from their unconscious. They don't know it's happening from there, but you feel it because you're sensitive. So you say, hey, by the way, uh, that's coming from your shadow. Uh, and so you bring it to their consciousness. But you do it with tact because your heart is open as well. So there's a part that is like compassionate, gentle, understanding that doesn't shame or criticize, but points it out in a way that they can see it. Does that track in your experience so far?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then I've actually, and there's been a couple of times where, and it's almost like few times it's happened, and it was almost like mouth engaged before filter did, but it was nothing bad. It wasn't, I didn't blast them. I didn't, call them names or it wasn't ugly about it or anything. And then in the back of my mind, I was like, oh shit, here it comes, because it was almost like my experience has been, oh, there's going to be some blowback on this one, right?
Yeah.
And all they did was they looked at me and they were like, well, yeah, you got a point. And I was just in it. That threw me. That part was the part that threw me off because I was like, oh, wow, wait, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, good. I'm glad you got something from it. And I'm walking away from it going, I have no idea what just happened, but we're just going to kind of roll with it because this is not, I don't have control over this. This is
Mm,
not something I'm supposed to put a filter on or put a control on or anything. But yeah, it seems to have like happened so quickly.
yeah.
It definitely thrown me off. It kind of threw me off. It's cool, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, but I almost feel like I have to, like, I want to walk on eggshells with it, but I don't.
Mm.
Does that make
Uh-huh.
sense?
Yeah, yeah. So there may be parts of you that fear. So I'm just gonna just ramble here because this has been a thing I've been exploring because I've been on the receiving end of it. Okay. So I've been on the receiving end of it. So that's where I'm coming from. So
Okay.
um you may have had gifts like this in previous lifetimes as the archetype of the witch, the crone, the oracle,
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
say something and people say, uh-uh, we can't handle that.
Right.
You're wrong. We're gonna kill you. And so
Right.
now you're not in the Middle Ages. You have the same gift coming online where you're like, I see, I feel in my body the truth. I see
Mhm.
the unconsciousness. I can light it up for people and they can use what I'm sharing as a mirror and heal and grow. But there's parts of you that's like, I'm scared they're going to lash out at me and I don't want that, which may be historical from times where you reflected something to somebody, or maybe in an exaggerated way, you reflected something to a powerful man and he ordered that you die and then you got
Right.
killed. And so reminding yourself that you're not in the Middle Ages, that now you've come into a time where you can actually step into your gifts, where it's actually needed. We need these divine feminine uh channels, oracles, mirrors to
Mhm.
reflect back to us our unconscious so we can move through things very quickly. And this is your gift. And so there may come times where people do lash out, but in time, what I've understood is that in time they may come back and say, you know what, you were right. I appreciate that. And they may apologize rather than double down and want to attack you. They may apologize.
Mhm.
It's a very interesting time, and it's interesting that you share this with me because I've only begun exploring this over the past couple weeks. I've encountered some interesting people that fit these archetypes, and it's really incredible. And I think in this book that I've mentioned so many times now, Dancing in the Flames,
Mhm.
um, they describe these archetypes of one of them is the crone, and the crone tells the truth. That's part of her archetype. Her purpose is to tell the truth, and she's protected when she tells the truth. So I think you lean into this. It seems like it's come online in you very quickly. Um, that book may speak to you, but your intuition also has all the answers. You already know this. You already know this in your body. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
because
You're welcome.
it's kind of it, I'm not going to say off-putting, but it is a little bit scary, especially when you're used to getting blowback and now all of a sudden it was like, I mean, there was a couple of them in particular, one that I did spoke to yesterday that I got real with this person. Like, if you're expecting this, you got to stop doing this because this is what's causing this and blah blah blah. And they were like, "You're right." And I was like, "Oh, I wouldn't, it's like you're not expecting it, but I guess I should stand more in the space of don't
Uh-huh.
expect, just do, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind
So
of the
one
Yoda thing.
one way of also viewing this is if we look at, no, I don't speak about the chakra system in a sort of linear fashion,
Right.
but there is a linear uh, way of looking at it, which is very helpful.
Mhm.
So our throat is above our heart, right? So once our heart is open, then the throat opens and we can express what's in our heart.
Mhm.
We have compassion, we have love, we have empathy. We can express safely without harming others. Some people, for example, like, maybe like a cult leader or a Hitler or something, have their throat open and they're charismatic and they can speak and everyone loves the way they speak, but they're speaking like from a closed heart
Right.
and it's not good. So you can look at your own system and say, my heart is open. So whatever comes through, it's going to come through in a way that people feel that your compassion, your gentleness, they see it in a sense maybe as medicine and they'll take it as opposed to completely lashing out at you. And you can trust yourself because you know your intentions. You're not here to say anything to harm another. You're not here to criticize, to shame,
Right.
to guilt. You're here to alleviate suffering with compassion. And
We all
sometimes, right. Yeah.
we all got skeletons in the closet.
Of
So,
course,
yeah,
of course.
exactly.
Right. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. And
cool.
you see that. And so I think you could do a really masterful job of what's coming on and online in you and like help people to shift very quickly, very quickly. Yeah.
Cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. That
Great.
helps. Thanks.
Oh, you're so welcome.